Today, Nate Davis, the owner of Nate Dogs out of Pekin, Illinois, continue the conversation with me, and today we're talking about What If I Can? Welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach, author of 5 food truck vending books, including Food Truck 101 and Food Truck 201. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business.
The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot with countless irrelevant menu options. Which is why with USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
I haven't read your books yet. Get out of the truck or
Get off the truck.
Get off the truck. I haven't read that yet, but I mean, I've written every book imaginable about food trucks, just not yours.
At the point you want to start that second book, or that second truck rather, that one. The get off the truck one's the one that's going to make a little bit of a difference to you, because we talk about the bigger picture. Because at the point that you are not on the truck, you have to run a business. So that means you're depending upon other people, and that changes, the leadership style. Yeah, it does. It changes everything. It's a hard concept for people when they start that second truck, because you can't be 2 places at once. Yep. For you, it'll be a little bit easier because you're probably going to have them all in the same parking lot. Is that your idea?
Well, eventually, yes. Eventually, I'm not going to have them in the same parking lot every single day. Okay. I don't think the South End can support that. Having multiple trucks in the parking lot every single day. What I want to do is I want to set up a circuit of places where I can take my trailer. Like there's a Rivian, over in Bloomington, which is about 45 minutes away. Caterpillar is 15 minutes away. OSF, which is a hospital over in Peoria. It's a different county, different permits, more money and everything like that. But I could go set up downtown Peoria at no problem. And they have a federal courthouse over there, county courthouse over there, Peoria Civic Center. I mean, there's a couple of high-rise buildings over there. So there's 3 hospitals in Peoria. So there's all kinds of opportunity around me. And that's why I want to get a circuit set up to where I can be here one day, there the next, and then another truck is following me. So if I'm here one day, they're going to be there the next day. Then I'm here one day, they're just following each day. That's what I want. I want to have a circuit and come back to my lot for the weekends. Make that circuit, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, be on my lot. Make that circuit, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, be on my lot.
That's a real good idea. So you're talking about, let's say, a burger truck and then a hot dog truck. So they would follow each other around on different days?
Right. If I say I'm in front of Napa on one day, right, and then the next day I go in front of the hospital or downtown in front of the courthouse, that burger truck or Philly steak truck or whatever truck I build will be in the spot that I was the day before, and just keep that hip hop going around.
Oh yeah, that makes so much sense, because that gives you the chance to, create an overall brand, but with different foods, so people don't get menu fatigue. I'm tired of the hot dogs. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I think it's a great idea.
So, I mean, and then once a month, do like a food truck frenzy, invite people from other states, other places, and down to my lot on the south end of Pekin. Granted, yes, there's the household median is $25,000 on the south side, but there's people got to travel. People will travel if they know that there's good food at a certain spot.
Let's talk about the parking lot just for a second. How many trucks do you think you could fit on there and still have room for lines to form and people to park?
I could probably fit 6 comfortably.
6.
Yep.
And there's enough parking around for all the guests to pull up and be able to park their
vehicle. I mean, if I put 6 in there, there would be no car parking in my lot. There's street parking, there's side streets, and Derby Street has parking. You can park on the side of the street. So that's the only drawback of it. If you build it, they will come.
As long as there's good food, then they'll come back a second time.
Right.
What really got you into doing a food truck? Because you said you were a welder and then you're
Yep.
doing lawn service. Being a food truck owner is way different than those two. So what pushed you in that direction?
Well, I wanted to fill a gap on the south end. I bought that abandoned gas station. I got one hell of a deal on that gas station on my lot. And I was wanting to do what I'm doing now out of that abandoned building there. But the city wanted an ADA bathroom, which that means the bathroom's got to be 8 foot by 8 foot, or, it's got to be close to 90 square foot or something that a wheelchair can get in, turn
Right.
around, stuff like that. That was money I didn't have. I bought this lot for $4,000. I didn't have any. I don't have any more money. I'm single full time dad, living paycheck to paycheck. Whatever, or yard to yard, job to
Right.
job. So I started, it took me 2 years, or it took me a year to go through and see what I need to do with that building. And the cost just kept adding up, kept adding up, kept adding up. Well, why not? So I started thinking about the food truck, or how I could get my idea off the ground for as cheap as possible. So me and a buddy of mine were talking. He's like, just do a food truck. And then it hit. And then I talked to a couple mentors that I have, and they said, yeah, that would be a good idea. And I just started doing it. So I drew it out. I drew out my business plan. It took me a long time to get over the fear of the computer. I went to many banks. Because the first overall ask, I think it was like $175,000 to renovate this building,
Right.
and everything like that. And that was just way too much money, and no bank was going to give me that. I'm a single white male. Anyway, so I went to a couple banks after I got my business plan figured out. They told me no. I wanted to go buy a food truck, brand new, built by somebody else, like One Fat Frog or some a reputable builder. But nobody was gonna finance me, and I didn't want to get predatory loan on some of these food trucks that I hear about. So I started doing the research on how I could build it, because I'm good with my hands. I'm very handy. And I said, well, what if I can? And I started doing it, and I did. I just built the trailer. It just started on a whim and a prayer, and I kept going. Every day I woke up and I worked on it. I did something towards accomplishing this goal.
That's awesome. So from the point that you bought the trailer itself, it was a blank canvas, right?
It was a 16-foot Hallmark trailer.
How long did it take you to get done? So from day one, you bought the trailer, bring it home, till it was ready to open for business. How long did it take?
April, about 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah. I bought the trailer without having the financing for the inside for the build.
Mhm.
I bought the trailer because I had one guy say, yes, I'll invest in you, and then when I went to go buy the trailer, he backed off and said, no, never mind. So here I am. I bought the trailer, 16-foot enclosed trailer, 7'6" height, everything like that. And the original ask for the food truck was $36,000, what I wanted. I bought the trailer. I paid $12,000 for this trailer.
Right.
And all in all, I'm $16,000 in on this trailer. Besides the purchase of the trailer, all the insides that's where I'm at, about $16,000 minus my labor.
Right.
So all in all, I'm about $28,000 minus labor invested in my trailer.
Which that's a pretty good chunk of money.
Very good chunk of money. But the guy who invested in me, he was another local small business owner that his business was profitable, so he was able to invest in me, and we agreed on a payment. And now I borrowed $16,000 off of him, and in 4 months I'm down to about $10,000 that I owe.
Amazing.
So I mean, that's my first priority, is getting him paid off. Once he's paid off, then I can pay the trailer off, because I financed the trailer.
So the whole time that you're building this, you're also working your yard jobs as well?
Yes, sir.
And raising a teenager.
And raising a teenager. I was taking care of 45 yards.
Wow.
A total of I think it was over 20 acres when you added them all up. But yeah, I was taking care of 45 yards on a weekly basis. And then I still plan on doing it. I'm thinking about hiring an employee for my lawn care business next year, or hiring somebody but finding somebody that can be me is tough.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Do you think that your lawn care network, the different customers you had on that, helped you to gain customers for the food truck, or do you ever see any of those lawn care customers?
I haven't seen a single lawn care customer.
Really?
I haven't seen a single lawn care customer, and I haven't seen. There's a lot of friends that I would think I would see.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen. I've gotten majority of my support from perfect strangers.
That's a good point. It is crazy for sure. But that's a good point that a lot of people, when they start to hear someone's story, they're looking for, that shortcut. How can I duplicate what this person did? And, my thought was, okay, you have all those different yards. So surely some of those people supported you. And the fact that they didn't speaks a lot to you as a person and the way you marketed definitely your food, because people only come to you one time if they don't like the food. Right. You wouldn't be able to sell what you're selling as much as you're selling, rather, if the food wasn't really good to begin with. It's just amazing. Tomorrow, Nate shares a philosophy that I think all of us need to embrace, and that's just focusing on being a better human. Welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach, author of 5 food truck vending books, including Food Truck 101 and Food Truck 201. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business.